Hello, my fellow broke aristocrats, and thank you for joining us in this ongoing series where we help people experience optimal health and good nutrition along with weight loss, hopefully as frugally as possible. And in this ongoing series for the entire month of February, we've been talking about nutrition, healthy, responsible weight loss. We're going to go back to weight loss at the end of February, but we're going to go through the vitamins and the minerals first. And today we found ourselves at vitamin C. Now, vitamin C is a pretty interesting vitamin. It is water soluble, which means that it can be absorbed in water. It's also has to be replenished every day. Our body doesn't store vitamin C as well as it does a fat soluble vitamin. Fat soluble vitamins are A, D, E, and K. But B's and C's are water soluble. The difference being, though, that vitamin B does get stored in the liver, and we can store B vitamins actually for several months, and in some cases even years. That's the story with B's. But with C, we really need to replenish our C levels every day. We need to make sure we're having vitamin C in our diet every day. Say you ate a bunch of fruits and vegetables yesterday, but you didn't eat a lot of fruits and vegetables today or the following day, and you wound up getting tested, and in fact your vitamin C levels, you were showing symptoms of C deficiency. Most likely that's because you have to replenish it every day and water soluble. Okay, enough about that. So what do we do? How much do we need? And I want to talk a little bit about what the RDA says versus what a naturopathic doctor or a nutritionist would say. When we're looking at the recommendations of vitamin C, it's usually for the prevention of disease, which basically means that we're going to tell you how much you have to take daily in order to prevent disease. One of the most common, it's not that common anymore, but what used to be a common problem, particularly in sailors, used to pack limes and citrus fruit on voyages because people would get scurvy. So scurvy is what we see is the condition of insufficient amounts of vitamin C, and it can affect your gum health. Losing gums, periodontal diseases are often a sign of scurvy, that you have gone too low in your vitamin C. So what would happen is that these sailors would get on a boat and they would take their citrus fruit with them, and they found that by just having a little bit of citrus fruit, they would not get the condition scurvy. And so I believe it was the Victorians, it might have even happened before that, when they discovered a correlation between eating limes or any kind of citrus fruit and diminishing risk for scurvy. And that is how the name limey came up. People were called limeys. All right, people who suck on limes in order to keep from getting sick. So this is why, even though the RDA might say, I have the numbers here, we have numbers for children 1 through 3, 15 milligrams, 25 milligrams, 4 to 8. Children 9 to 13, 45. These are extremely small amounts, and in a child's dose, we usually give 60 milligrams over the counter. I don't think it's enough because, as I had said, it might be numbers that are great for preventing scurvy, but those are not necessarily amounts of vitamin C that are associated with good health. And they're not numbers, the levels of vitamin C are not high enough to prevent being vulnerable to viruses or chronic diseases. This is why naturopathic doctors and other people who are involved in nutrition education, we encourage people to go well above the recommended RDA. So what are good sources of vitamin C? Well, any kinds of fresh fruits and vegetables are going to be rich in vitamin C. Vitamin C is destroyed in cooking. So you really want to make sure that you're getting those vitamin C fresh and uncooked. You can drink orange juice, but personally I think it has a high glycemic index, and part of what we're doing this month is helping people reduce sugar consumption. So the truth of the matter is juicing really isn't all that healthy for you because you're throwing out fiber, and as I have said in previous videos, fiber slows down gastric emptying and it slows down how quickly glucose enters the bloodstream. And so for that reason I don't encourage people to get vitamin C from orange juice, but I feel great about people getting vitamin C from in-season fruits and vegetables. So if you go back to the charts we've been printing, and I'll go back to them again if you like, looking at vegetables and eating in-season fruits and vegetables, you should be getting adequate amounts of vitamin C. If you'd like to supplement, we usually have children's vitamin C usually starts at about 250 milligrams for a vitamin C chew, and adults start with 500 milligrams. I don't think it's necessary to go beyond 500 milligrams per dose because the body can only absorb so much vitamin C at any given time. But if you were worried about coming down with an infection or something like that and you wanted to take 500 milligrams every couple of hours, I think that's absolutely fine. Vitamin C does a number of things. It's not just involved in helping to build the immune system, but we really want you to take vitamin C with bioflavonoids. Bioflavonoids are interesting because bioflavonoids are the pigments that we often see in citric fruits and other fruits and vegetables that are high in vitamin C. And what bioflavonoids do, these bioactive flavonoids or pigments, is they can help clear free radicals from the body. And free radicals, or these damaging radical species, damaging cells, is something that increases when we have an infection. And so when you take vitamin C and bioflavonoids, you're not only helping your immune system, but you're decreasing free radicals. Now, free radicals and an inflammatory response by the body is part of why we feel sick when we catch a virus or an infection. You may feel sick, you may want to go to bed. Well, that's not the virus. It's not the virus that's making you feel that way. It's actually your body's own immune response. Your body is producing various different chemicals, and these bioflavonoids help your body process that reaction, and people tend to feel better. When we clear the inflammation, when we take high amounts of bioflavonoids and vitamin C, we may also see an improvement in mood. Bioflavonoids can help improve mood, and we think that's because these inflammatory cytokines and the high free radicals that are associated with an infection can actually cause stress on the body, and that can in turn cause changes in neurotransmitters and even affect serotonin levels. So when we introduce something like vitamin C and bioflavonoids, our mood gets better because those bioflavonoids decrease free radicals and help modulate those cytokines, those inflammatory markers, and serotonin goes up and we feel better. And that is what we now think is the reason why taking vitamin C daily has a positive impact on mood. Vitamin C is also important for repairing connective tissue, absorbing iron, and it's, of course, as we said, helpful in protecting the immune system. There's been some research on intravenous vitamin C because we have only a limited amount of vitamin C we can absorb at any given time, and so it's been given intravenously. And there's been research on intravenous high-dose vitamin C in the treatment of chronic fatigue. That's been induced by viruses like cytomegalovirus and Epstein-Barr virus. If you'd like to find out more about finding somebody in your area who does a vitamin C intravenous therapy, you can go to the American Association of Naturopathic Physicians. Until then, I would recommend getting most of your vitamin C from fresh fruits and vegetables in season. That's the most cost-effective way to do it. And if you want to start supplementing to build your immune system, help with connective tissue repair, particularly if you've had an accident, then as I said, for children it's usually 250 milligram dosages, and for adults 500 milligram dosages. All right, that about wraps up this brief lecture on vitamin C, and I hope you enjoyed all those pretty pictures. And tomorrow we will be doing a really important vitamin, the fat-soluble vitamin D. Vitamin D, and I'm excited about that one because we've done a ton of research on vitamin D, and we now suspect that it acts basically like a hormone in the body, and that makes it a really, really intriguing subject that we'll be digging into tomorrow. All right, take care everybody, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.